Be careful not to take everything with at the lake this weekend. Minnesota's Department of Natural Resources say they're cracking down this weekend on boats who don't properly clean their boat. As our Scott Sheehan tells us, aquatic invasive species are becoming a problem in our lakes.
Weeds, grass, and zebra mussels. These are among the list of unwanted guests the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources is trying to avoid boaters from taking home with them. They say aquatic invasive species such as zebra mussels pose a huge problem to the overall health of a lake, and it's up to us to prevent their invasion.
All of Minnesota is not infested. People need to understand it's a very small percentage of lakes. Realistically, it sounds like a lot because you have big bodies of water, but it's still worth the fight. There's a lot of our lakes that are not infested, and we have to do our part as citizens to keep them from being infested.
They say a little bit of care and extra time can prevent the spread of these invasive species.
It doesn't take that long to take this responsibility. All you need to do is make sure that your boat is clean, you've taken off all the aquatic plants and animals, you've taken off all the mud, you've drained the water out of your bait buckets, you've pulled the plugs out of the back of your boats and any other place that there are plugs, and that you've disposed of your bait.
But making sure just your boat is clean isn't enough to prevent invasive species from spreading. It takes the whole lake community to protect the lake's health and safety.
They didn't want outside boats on that lake because you're bringing in, possibility of bringing in milfoil and other mussels that they don't want there, zebra mussels.
The DNR says so far this boating season, they found over 1,300 violations with aquatic plants or animals attached to their boat or equipment. They say tickets for such violations range between $100 and $500.
The most common violation we're seeing is failing to remove the drain plug. And that drain plug has to stay out during transport. It was our #1 violation last year. It's our #1 violation again this year.
The DNR says Minnesota has 175 bodies of water infested with zebra mussels, and most of them have signs indicating they do so. Scott Sheehan, Lakeland News.
For more information about aquatic invasive species in Minnesota, visit our website at lptv.org.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.